Hi, this is Kyle Newton, and I want to thank you for taking a few brief moments to review the Experience Overview video. InVision is about empowering individuals and organizations to produce a large amount of results in a short period of time through interactive learning and transformational processes. Now, one of the first interactive learning formats and transformational processes we offer is the Experience. So let's take a look. The Experience is the first event that we have in our Core 4 InVision event series. The Experience is our 1 to 2 hour free event that really introduces the concept of lenses. We move on to the Awakening, where you awaken to certain belief systems, paradigms, lenses that you have, and how to begin to discover those, which leads right into the transformation on how to remove those. These lenses reside at our thinking level, not just our perception level, but our thinking level, which leads right into the mastery, where we discover that these lenses also reside at the heart level, at the deepest motives of our heart, and how to get mastery and sustained motivation in our results and in our destiny. Let's take a look at what lens discovery is as it relates to belief systems. We believe lenses are life's emotional navigation system. Many of us have GPS, and when you plug in a destination within a GPS, it leads you to where you want to go. Many of us don't realize, though, that we have these lenses, these life's emotional navigation systems that are sometimes leading us where we want to go, but more often than not, they're leading us down behavioral patterns and thought patterns that we're completely unaware of, and oftentimes are keeping us from the results and the destiny we desire. Now, we use these big bozo glasses as representations of belief systems. You'll see us down there at the bottom right wearing these glasses. And if you attend one of our live events, you'll see these glasses because we utilize them to represent our belief systems. So let me share with you 3 fundamentals to personal empowerment that you'll discover at the Experience and at all of our events. The first step is lens discovery or self-awareness. And our Experience event and our Awakening event is all about lens discovery. How to discover these lenses. How do you discover a belief system that's keeping you from your results and your destiny? We covered that at the Experience and at the Awakening, which leads to our second fundamental of lens removal. Once you discover these lenses, you want to remove them. You want to take personal responsibility on how you think. And at the transformation level, we teach you how you think and how to remove these lenses at a thought level, which leads us to the third fundamental, lens smashing, sustaining the motivation, sustaining the change, literally breaking these lenses at the heart level so they no longer dictate our thoughts, thus our behaviors, thus our results. The Experience is about lens discovery and self-awareness and looking at the fact that many of us feel trapped behind these lenses. Literally, we keep bumping up against not producing the results, not having the destiny that we want, and we know we're hitting a barrier. We know we're inside this glass box, but we don't know how to get out, and we don't know how to break through. We continue to do the same things over and over again. We continue to get the same results, and it's frustrating. That's why the Experience is so important, because we begin to discover these lenses and have self-awareness about what's really running our lives. So step 1, or the first step in our series, is the InVision Experience, and we're looking at it from the concept of a map. A map is just a representation of the territory. This is a map of Paris. Is this really Paris? Do you see the Eiffel Tower anywhere on there? Do you really see the buildings and the road? No, you're simply seeing a representation of Paris in paper form. Well, I want to suggest to you that our lenses are no more than a representation of reality. It's not how life really is. We see this graphically played out, say, in a car accident where there's 2 witnesses. One witness sees one thing, one witness sees another. They could have been standing side by side. Their lens dictated what they saw. So when we use these bozo glasses, we're using them as a representation, as an illustration of these maps, these life emotional navigation system that resides on all of our eyes, all of our minds. And these maps may not be leading you to where you want to go. And please understand, we have multiple maps, multiple tints of color. It's not just green glasses. It's yellow tint, red tint, blue tint. We have belief systems and lenses built around every area of our life. And most importantly, one of the concepts we teach at the InVision Experience is the concept of IQ and EQ. IQ is what you understand. It's your intellect. It's what you know you're saying on the inside of your mind and what you say out of your mouth. But what's being said is being said out of the conscious level, what you're conscious of, what you're aware of. But I want to suggest to you that 95% of your thought patterns, 95% of what you do and what you feel at the emotional quotient level, or EQ, is below the surface. 95% of that iceberg is below the surface. What I want to suggest to you is 95% of your lenses are below your conscious awareness. You are conscious of certain behavior patterns that are holding you back, certain belief systems that are not serving you. But it's the 95% of those belief systems. It's 95% of those life's emotional navigation systems that are holding you back that you're not even aware of until you're able to discover them. And at the InVision Experience, we teach you how to discover them by playing detective. You're playing detective by first looking for behaviors. We get you involved in games and exercises so you can begin to act and move and engage. We don't just give you information. We definitely don't just give you motivation. We give you experiential learning so you can discover your behaviors, but more importantly, play detective for the emotions that drive those behaviors, because the emotions are the clue to that 95% of the iceberg that resides under the surface. You know, these lenses are represented by these green glasses we wear, but it's really more like a lens in a camera. You know, the cameras that I use for the videos you see on my website, that's the actual camera that I use. And with my literal camera, I can screw on lenses that change the color of light coming into the camera. Our lenses change what's actually coming in as facts and truth and reality into our minds. And it's until we discover the lenses that we have, not just at the glass level, but at the eye level, that we really begin to get a large amount of results in a short period of time. After the InVision Experience, you're able to move on to step 2, the InVision Awakening, where you begin to realize and discover that these lenses are not on the outside of us. These lenses are really at eye level and how we see the world. The experience is the first event in our InVision event series. Moving on to the awakening, moving on to the transformation, moving on to the mastery. You're going to want to start this journey and see it all the way through as you move into a deeper level of InVision for your life.